Hello, Pack-O-Maniacs, and thank you for listening. This is the Pack to the Future podcast with a new episode, new season,
Woo!
on Saturday, 03-09-24. I'm your on-again, off-again host, Mr. eBay. And I am joined by my co-hosts and partners in crime, the accidentally informative, always entertaining Dr. Chad.
Someone call for a doctor?
How you doing, Doc?
I'm great, man.
And the man with the smoothest voice and sickest parlays west of the Mississippi, Dr. Tim.
And you never walk away from the table when you're on a heater.
Well, guys, it's good to be back.
It is good to be back.
Yeah!
And, we'll figure that intro a little bit. Tim, I like the music you put together.
Oh, shucks. Yeah.
We literally sat here for, 5 minutes or so trying to figure out the timing of that thing before we went?
Yes. Yeah. No, it's been a disaster. I hope you all are happy.
Guess no matter what happens, we'll have to come back next week and try it again.
And try one more time.
That's it for episode 1 of season 3.
All right, guys. Thank you. Good night. It's been a great show.
There's some kinks that go with that soaking. So
I did not plan that. I completely brain farted, turned to you guys, and cleanser was not the word. It's the only word that came to my mind. It wasn't the word that was right.
No.
And then I panicked. And I thought, what would Pat McAfee say? And he would say soaking. So, here we are.
Well, guys, it is so good to be back with the two of you. I have missed this, and I am so excited for this new season. I think this is going to be a killer season for us. And to get things started off right, the new season started off with a bang. We've got a story on baseball cards. Yeah! I know Chad's excited.
it's spring training, baby. Come on.
Baseball might be the only sport where my team has a chance of winning this year. So
yeah, Chad has the all-time best team in all the history of baseball.
That's all.
And he could not care less about it.
No. Yeah, Ohtani.
What are you talking about? I'm a diehard baseball fan for the last 4 years. So we're just going to keep that rolling into this year.
Well, I think I've got something. If Ohtani doesn't get you in, Chad, I think I've got what's going to get you back into this sport. 2024 Topps Baseball Series 1 blaster boxes offered through Fanatics.com have taken the hobby to the next level. They've combined baseball cards with memorabilia hits from the ever-expanding empire that is Fanatics. A new promotion in the Fanatics exclusive blaster offers random inserted redemption cards, good for a piece of signed baseball memorabilia.
Bless you.
What do we think about this?
Chad's got opinions.
I do, but it's the opinions are in the details.
Yeah. We haven't even really gotten to what it is,
What?
have we?
Exactly. No, it's true.
Well,
And initially, I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess to answer your question, initially, I think it is exciting.
so what we're talking about here is instead of your traditional on-card autos, redemption cards, instead of your traditional patch, swatch, napkin, patch, whatever we call it now. Relic.
That's for
redemption
you, Kyle.
card. They are now offering memorabilia, meaning autographed full-size baseballs, autographed full jerseys that you can then receive through these specific redemption cards within the blaster boxes, only through Fanatics. These blaster boxes exist in the Targets, the Walmarts, but you need to go to Fanatics to get these special redemption cards.
No, don't bother, Ricky. They're already sold out. Yeah.
They are not sold out.
No, they sold out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to side with Tim on this one. I checked it today as well.
Yeah.
You cannot buy them through the Fanatics website.
What?
They're out of stock, baby.
I tried to buy one and then clearly didn't go far enough.
Yeah. I mean, they are cheap, right? So
Yeah,
$29.99 is what the price was.
Right.
But at least as of today that we record, Tim, I don't know when you looked. I looked just this afternoon, and no, they're out of stock.
Well, this is going to be a hot commodity because the blasters that originally cost $29.99, they do feature 9 packs in the box as opposed to your standard 7 packs found in the stores. Each pack holds 12 cards, 10 base, 1 stars of MLB insert, and 1 Aqua parallel exclusive to Fanatics 2024 Series 1.
I hate that color. Sorry, Fanatics.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think they were trying to mimic the... Is it Panini? Yeah, Panini, like their green color, parallel from,
It seems
blasters,
similar.
Whatever.
Now, these redemption cards can be found in 1 out of every 251 boxes. So
there you go, Tim.
Yeah.
Now that I have been informed by the usually informative, always entertaining Doc, what is this something you guys are going to go out and chase on eBay? The opportunity to get one of these hits? What do we think about these hits as it pertains to the hobby? We've never seen a redemption card quite like this.
Okay, so let's answer your last question first, as is common. It always drives me nuts when I ask people 2 questions. I realize I shouldn't ask them 2 questions. They always answer the last one first. It always pisses me off. But that's what I'm going to do because I don't remember the first one. I like what they have. So I printed out here for you guys to be able to see the memorabilia redemption checklist, which with the initial article that came out in February, this was not available.
Yes.
Now, there are jerseys. You mentioned that in the opener. There are baseballs, and there are some big names in there. So there are some young stars, and then you also have Ohtani and Mookie Betts, which obviously would appeal to me.
Yeah.
And I like that for the type of person who would open these boxes. These boxes are not for me, like just for a bulk base Topps baseball.
Sure.
But at $30 and the non-zero chance of getting it, sure, you got to open 300 boxes of these to be able to get one, but I like that that's there. The part that I don't love, and I hinted at on your initial question, is that it's Fanatics exclusive. You know, it's just another way for them to drive them to be the sole holder of these things. We've seen Panini do that, and of course those connections could be made, and that did not bode well for football or basketball, at least in a lot of people's opinion. So that part I don't like, but I do like the checklist.
That's a great point, Chad. You know, I mean, Fanatics wants to be in control of their product ultimately, despite all their like mouth service, that they were going to support LCSs and still be all about them. Where are they going to get that product? I mean, where are they going to get that chance for these redemptions?
Yeah.
I'm not super excited about that list. I mean, there's big names, and as of the recording of this show, I believe like Aaron Judge has already been hit, along with a couple others.
Yeah, we've hit a Aaron Judge autographed baseball. We've also got where are my notes on this?
You're meaning what's been pulled?
Yeah.
And are there thoughts to only be one of these for each player? I did not see any articles that supported that one way or the other.
No, I don't think they've said one way or the other. I think all they've said is all 30 teams would be represented.
So here's the other wrinkle. While you were introducing the product, it actually registered a new point for me. When it was sold out, it's theoretically possible that they could just keep releasing this product over and over and over.
Yeah.
Like, to literally print it till high heaven, because at any point they can go out and get a new piece of memorabilia to throw in these.
Yeah, you're right. They are the memorabilia king, and I'm not a particular fan of Fanatics. I hate the fact that when I want to go search for Lions or Tigers gear, it doesn't matter if you go to NFLshop.com.
No, it all funnels back to
It's
them.
Fanatics.
Oh, gosh,
and they don't have the clothing you're looking for. For especially a bigger guy like me, they have medium, and they've got quadruple XL. You know, and anything you want, and you know, it seems like they've really gotten this down. This demand versus inventory, and they're really limiting the supply so that it's driving the demand up. It feels,
and the prices. You know, they're a big fan of that, and that's the other issue I have with this. They could throw like an Ohtani baseball in there and be like, "Oh yeah, we're value at $4,000, baby." It's not worth $4,000.
So I was going to ask you, what did you think about the Ohtani autographed baseball in Japanese? Something you would freak out about over if you got?
I think so. I wouldn't reach out to buy that.
Sure.
However, if I was opening up one of these $30 blasters and got that, sure, I would freak out about that. Yeah. That would make me quite happy.
Bullshit.
No. Think about what I just said, though. I mean, if you're buying a $30 box of cards,
okay,
in the traditional era, you are expecting to get back maybe one $5 card.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Fine.
And then you hit something like that. You're like, whoa, okay, that's cool. Now, say that this was $200 or $300 and you hit that, or even more.
Yeah.
Then, of course, I'm going to be pissed off about it. But again, I'm not buying this.
No, you're right, though. I mean, like, you walk into Walmart, you pick one of these off the shelf, and you hit a redemption for an Ohtani
That'd be
baseball.
cool, right? Like, that part would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is such crap. I'm all out on this thing.
You done?
Miguel Cabrera, you get an autographed photo.
I know, he's the only one,
What
right?
the
That's
hell?
the photo, is that right?
Because they
Or
want to
maybe there
link
was
him
one
to the
other one?
Miami Marlins, probably.
No, that's exactly what it was.
Call
Yeah,
it
yeah.
the
Not even
Marlins.
Detroit.
Give us a baseball.
I don't understand why.
Give us a jersey.
There
Was
it
that
is.
12
Man.
minutes? 12 minutes in, and Ricky blew a gasket
You
already.
You just made
Okay.
so many people happy.
Such crap.
Oh, yep.
Now, let's talk about the principle of what they're doing as
Yeah.
well. So, Michael Rubin has had some quotes in the past that would directly contradict this coming to fruition, right? So, I've got a couple here. So, this came, I didn't write down my source here.
That's okay.
We're going to have to take it as fact. So, the quote is that there were so many redemptions out there that collectors were maddened by this, Rubin told Simmons last November. So I went to baseball, which is our largest business today. I went to the head of the union, Tony Clark. I went to our organization. I said, we need to eliminate redemptions. So kind of interesting. Rubin also added in an interview that when Fanatics Collectibles first formed, Topps Chrome Baseball had about 30,000 redemptions, and it was reduced to under 1,000 the following year. So on one point, they're trying to eliminate redemptions, but they're also doing exactly that. Now, maybe they're just trying to change the way that the redemption is done and not just sending someone back a sticker auto on a card and saying instead, here's a piece of our memorabilia that is signed. So maybe that's the pivot, but it also probably doesn't instill a lot of trust for people who already don't trust Rubin.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and sorry to interrupt, Ricky,
No,
but they, I believe, are redeeming these or sending them back out at least once a week. So they have them in hand, which is very different than Panini's baloney customer service and Topps taking their time, you know. I mean, maybe Topps always had their autos and redemptions in hand too and just, you know, drag their heels, but I have a feeling that because they're marketing this as memorabilia that they already have the pieces in hand. So.
Well, and to me, I can see this going one of two ways, because I'm thinking, hey, as a card collector, as someone a fan of the hobby, do I like this? As a sports fan, I undoubtedly like it. Undoubtedly. We're going to dive into some of their exclusive athletes. It's mind blowing. And if they expand this to NFL or NBA, can you imagine? And so there's a part of me that loves it. Now, I also think that it's time for the relic to die.
Yes.
It hasn't been taken care of for many years. And at this point, it could not be more worthless. We've made jokes about it over the years, right? This is a piece of jersey that the player saw the color red once in his life,
Right.
and it's red. So here you go. And if that's the case, give me an autographed jersey instead. I'd much rather hit that.
Yeah.
The on-card autographed cards are where it's more of a challenge for me.
Ooh. You bring up some good points. The redemption part that Tim noted with them sending them out sooner.
Yeah.
Perhaps some of our initial negative emotions, I assume you guys are the same way. When you get a redemption, immediately it's, oh no, I'm never going to get this card. But maybe some of that negativity is because you're not ever perhaps going to get that card.
Yeah.
And if all of a sudden we start getting that card back or that piece of memorabilia, maybe that changes people's opinion in the long run about redemptions. Maybe it doesn't. But your point, Ricky, is a good one.
Well, and what if they expand it? I was teasing a second ago. What if they expand it to NFL, NBA? Some of their Fanatics exclusive athletes: Tom Brady, Christian McCaffrey, Peyton Manning, Aaron Judge, Bryce Harper, Victor Wembanyama, Jason Tatum, Alex Ovechkin, Austin Matthews.
I know a few of those names.
Let's not forget LeBron just signed with them.
Oh, damn it.
There is potential. We even talked about this, when the initial news of Fanatics came out, that the potential for memorabilia items is there. Now, this is in Topps Series 1 baseball.
Right.
This is the most mass-produced,
Bland.
cheapest, literally, product.
Yep.
that
Flagship,
exists.
though. Flagship.
It is flagship.
It is.
However,
NBA Hoops was flagship.
you can get this, again, out of $29.
Fine.
You can get this out of a $29 box.
Yeah.
Now, perhaps we start to see the equivalent of Flawless or whatever becomes of basketball or football.
Yeah.
Maybe we start to see a Super Bowl football that's autographed by someone, or maybe we see something that scales with what Topps Series 1 is.
Well, and that was another question I had for you all.
That makes sense.
No, it makes complete sense. And where can you see parallels going from here? Could we see a Super Bowl, NBA Finals, World Series, Stanley Cup ticket?
That'd be so cool.
What about a meet and greet with your favorite athlete?
Think about how excited we all were when you bought that Upper Deck Master Collection box.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's because of the chance of
memorabilia.
winning the Stanley Cup. Remember, we had plans of having
Marching-
some drinks out of that Stanley Cup. way
Marching
back
through
when.
the streets.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. That's fair. I mean, that was fun chasing some of those items, but then it was not so fun getting like Jameis Winston's like personal assistants, like Rose Bowl ring or whatever it was, So yeah.
Well, I think if you slide it into the product, that's excitement. If it's the major hit, and you get a dud, then,
then not so
that
exciting.
cripples you.
Yeah.
Like I could not even imagine being the person who would have bought that Upper Deck Master Collection case and got a Jameis Winston ring. Like, I would never want to be that person.
Oh,
ever.
thanks. No, yeah.
It took you guys a second. You guys got there. I had to say it again.
No. I'm just so used to saying F my life internally that I was just like, whatever.
I was like, did I screw it up?
No.
Was the product screwed up? Did I mess it up?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was such a fun time, Tim. Thank you for
That really was, though.
Thank
that
you
was
for
one of the more memorable times that I think we've probably collectively.
That was a legitimately fun product to open. I mean, like you take that product into the modern era now, and like who knows how expensive it would have been.
You know, they made a movie about that.
Did they?
Event? Yeah, I saw a trailer for it.
Oh,
I think I still have it. Maybe we can post it
No
to our
kidding.
socials.
Yeah, that's true. That shows up in my like memories every now and then. Yeah.
I think I'll get it over to our social media team. Post that bad boy.
Good times.
But can you imagine the day that Fanatics says? Because I feel like Fanatics in some ways is kind of like Apple. They know what they're doing. They've got the whole market share, and they're going to slowly roll stuff out. Could this get to a point where we're seeing Super Bowl game-used helmets or actual game-used jerseys of any kind that you're receiving the full jersey? You'd only have to put one of those hits in.
Yeah.
In a big-name product to pay for it, right?
Right. And I'd much rather have a chance at that than like, random worthless relics, right? Yeah.
See, I think this is going to be a big game changer. But get at us at our Instagram at Pack to the Future Podcast. Let us know what you think about this change in memorabilia redemptions. Do you like it for the hobby? Do you hate it, and why?
Yeah. But you know what needs to happen too is that ZionCases.com needs to get on their game and start selling like memorabilia frames and cases and boxes, right? But until they do, go ahead and use promo code PACK, P-A-C-K, for 10% off your order.
Nice.
That was smooth.
So
I like
smooth.
it, like butter.
I'm even trying to like post a video to YouTube, and I've got a little banner that says that there now. So if people are watching, there it is.
Hey, there
Okay,
you go.
now we do have to clear up something. I think Tim and I probably said that like a handful of times last year.
Yeah.
And the video never made it to YouTube. And there was even a time that a video made it to YouTube that didn't even have our voices associated with the video. It was not our fault.
No.
That was not us. And that problem has been resolved.
Been rectified, yes.
Chadwin.
Yeah.
What's going on with you lately? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. And for the people out there, it's been a long while. Quick life rundown, quick hobby update. And Tim, please eat one of these things.
God, why are you so pushy?
You've already cracked open the almonds.
Yeah, well.
Why do you think I'm having Chad talk? I need to have a donut.
But save me one of those. Ricky, I was going to go to our Better Donut shop, but I ran out of time today. So that is just a local grocery store donut. But I was informed by your missus, who I do Pilates with, that you might like glazed donuts.
Well, my wife thinks I don't see the world in full color and can never appreciate true happiness because I don't like food the way she does.
Yeah.
But this is the beauty of being plain old Ricky. A glazed donut is a glazed donut is a glazed donut.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's going in my belly.
I like it. All right. Well, while you guys dive in, a couple of quick things, life updates for me, and then card updates.
Can I take one big bite?
Yes.
That sounded like our pack opening.
Big old bite.
When we left you guys, I was still a little bit injured, and that injury has actually been a really big part of my life. I got re-injured after the show aired after a couple weeks, and for my mental health, that is really tough. And today is actually a significant day in that training rehab. So I have different apps that like track your fitness level, right? And Strava is one of those things. I'm a runner. I just barely signed up for it, but it's been tracking like behind the scenes since I've downloaded the app. Today is the first day in 6 months that I have achieved like my same overall fitness level from before my injury.
Yeah.
6 bloody months of that, man.
Yeah.
6 months. And coincidentally, it came up. I have a bookmarked. So I run on the Peloton. I've got a little coach.
Chad runs at 5 a.m, 4 a.m on a treadmill for 2 to 3 hours.
It keeps me balanced, man.
And it's good for you. But I think people at home, like they hear like, yeah, I'm a runner. And they think, yeah, I run around the block too. You're not like Chad. You're not on Chad's level.
I might be a little psychotic about it. But interestingly, I have some bookmarked runs. So runs, if I don't do as well, then I go back and take them again. The one today that I had bookmarked, I looked at the date. It was the day I got injured. And so like kidding. It was very poetic that like my fitness level got back on the same day from the one that I got injured on 6 months ago.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually.
So I've taken up Pilates. I've hinted at this. My wife's been doing it. Your wife's been doing it for a while.
The 3 wives clubs.
The wives club for sure. And Sarah, my wife, finally convinced me to do it.
Will you tell the audience who you saw at Pilates?
I saw a doppelganger of Summer Sanders, who I definitely thought was Summer Sanders. And you know what? You should appreciate that I texted the group.
You did.
And told you as soon as I walked out, they're like, oh my God, Summer Sanders is in my Pilates class.
You know why? Because you're a good friend. And this.
But then your wife ratted me out that it actually wasn't.
Yeah, this experience almost caused me a divorce.
I thought for sure it was her.
When I, so excited, ran up to Kyla and said, you met Summer Sanders? She, with such defiance, said, no. That was not Summer Sanders. We're all positive it wasn't. Chad's an idiot. And I'm like, no, you're an idiot. That's my boy. He only tells the truth.
It was her, man. Like, she's got the same physique. Like, she looks just like her. Whoever that woman is, Summer or otherwise, I'm going to ask her to come on the podcast.
Yeah, guest on the show. We need to find out what's going on.
Tell us about her time with NBA Inside Stuff in the Summer Olympics.
How was Ahmad Rashad?
Yeah, exactly. Her time at Nickelodeon, like the whole bit. So I've been doing a lot of ghost hunting too. This will be the second quick thing that's non-sports card related.
Yeah.
A whole heck of a lot of it. I've edited more videos in the last several months than ever. And like our little YouTube channel that we've done for less than a year has more than 10,000 subscribers. So that was a lot of fun.
Where can they find that?
Dr. Ghost Hunters. If you guys like spooky stuff, go check it out. I try and do the same type of banter. I haven't convinced you guys to go yet. Although Tim, I did ask Tim about like some murder mystery stuff back in the day and ghost hunting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I will never forget this quote. Do you remember what you told me when I invited you to this?
I don't.
I'll give you a
my
chance.
memory is jack crap. Yeah.
You told me, I asked you as a friend if you would go.
Uh-huh.
And you said, no, I would only go do something like that if I was trying to impress a girl.
So that's where this
friendship
until you said
stands.
that.
Tim, I hope you're enjoying your lovely desserts that I purchased for you today, buddy. So
it was a long time ago, Tim. It was a long time ago.
There's so many directions I could go with that, but they're all best left unsaid. So.
Touche.
But that's what I've been up to. So
that's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you. And you're training for you've got a marathon coming up.
Yeah, I got a marathon coming up. You know what? I did run. I talked about like a Disneyland race that I was doing. The sign up for one of the 10Ks I missed because it sold out too quickly. So I ended up doing like a paid sponsor to get a race bib.
Oh, wow.
And then ask people for donations to contribute to that.
Okay.
Boston Steve and Justin, 90s B-ball, they both contributed to it. And
that's
you know
awesome.
what? I finished the race and both of them definitely thought about him during it. It was a very happy moment for me because it was like right after I got injured and was able to run it. It was like an oddly emotional experience for me because I'd been looking forward to that race ever since they took him away 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And of course being heard the whole bit. So I very much appreciated those guys. It was very nice. So did Tim as well. So I appreciate you, man.
We seriously have the best listeners.
Yeah.
This pack of mania we've created.
It's awesome.
Amazing. You got some hobby related stuff to share?
Yeah. So only purchased a handful of cards this year. And actually I've consolidated again. I think I have about 50 total cards.
Really?
That hold any value.
Yeah.
and then I have a few binders.
Wow.
And that's it.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Now, on
Nice and
one
clean.
hand, it makes it so I'm not as involved on a daily basis with the hobby, which I'm excited that we have the podcast going again, because that at least gets us talking about stuff and gets me thinking about stuff.
Sure.
But I've also really liked having the condensed. I've been lost in collecting. Tim knows this for the last year, like trying to figure out what to do. But my pivot in consolidating, I have found, has gone more towards WWE.
Yeah.
Which I have so much enjoyed.
Yes.
And you and I are texting each other all the time. We got together for Royal Rumble with one of my work colleagues, and that was a blast.
So much fun.
I actually went to a WWE SmackDown a couple weeks ago and saw the first match of a guy named Braun Breaker.
A WWE SmackDown?
Oh, there were two.
How about you went to the
Oh, I did. go to the one. Yeah, that's right.
WWE SmackDown
That's when The Rock
of the
returned.
year,
Yes.
of the year
The Rock returned.
and roasted our ass.
he totally. I tell you what, 95% of the people in Salt Lake were booing him. They were throwing their fists up at him. They were flipping him the bird. I was on the ground at the Delta Center laughing in tears. He made fun about trailer park trash. He made fun about our 50 wives and 100 grandkids or whatever it was. It was so damn funny.
Oh, man. It was one of the best promos he's ever cut. You had an opportunity to see The Rock. Not Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
Okay? All you non-wrestling fans, get the hell out of here with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I could not care less about Ballers TV show, Dwayne The Rock. Right? Yeah, okay, it's a fine show. But I don't care. I want to see The Rock!
Yes.
And you got to see it.
I got to see him, man. It was awesome.
Outside Undertaker, that might be and Stone Cold maybe. That might be the biggest wrestler you could see today.
It was awesome. But again, like the highlight for me, not only The Rock, but also like Braun Breaker. And that's 3 of the 6 cards I bought this year. Yes. After seeing him, the guy reminds me of the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
So I've got him here, a 2022 Select Rookie Gold, a Gold Flash PSA 10.
Man.
And then a 2023 Prism Gold.
Yeah. Good looking cards, man.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. I thought I had like the inside scoop. I'm like, I saw this event live.
Yeah.
And they filmed 2 parts because it was right before one of their pay-per-view events.
Okay.
So there was a week delay before they showed the second match where he actually wrestled. And I was like, I've got the inside scoop.
Yeah,
I'm going to go buy him before this airs.
Brilliant.
Nope.
So, I dropped like $500 on these 2 cards. And I am certain that I set the market way too high and it's ridiculous. And no one cares about him. But
I'm super pissed that I missed this event. I was doing a family event and couldn't make it to the SmackDown. And so I recorded it and was like texting with Chad as I'm seeing it. And as I'm texting with Chad must have been driving home from the show, and he says, "Yeah, dude, Braun Breaker just killed a guy. I'm gonna go buy all his cards."
And I stuck to it. And I think he did kill that guy.
I think he did too.
Think he's dead. So picked up a couple of these. One of the other cards I bought, Wax Museum Kyle actually sent me a link. It was an Entourage Quad Auto.
Oh, you got me searching
guys.
eBay for Entourage. You know who I have in my watch list right now?
Who?
Is it Lloyd?
Oh, yeah.
Rex Lee.
Lloyd!
Yeah, they have all sorts of Entourage autograph cards.
Yeah, they're pretty good. It was on card, too, which surprised me a little
that does
bit.
surprise you. Yeah.
And that is huge for that cast. But, you could see them saying, hey, let's just sign these all together. Let's all hang out.
I could see it. I could totally see it. And then the very last one, and this will wrap it up for me, I think, is just this last weekend. So typically Sunday nights go to bed early because I have clinic early the next day and a run before. This Monday I had jury duty. So no clinic, got to sleep in until like 5 or 6. So I stayed up a little late.
Yeah.
I got the message on my phone from PWCC that said, hey, the auction's ending. I never look at that auction. I'm like, this time, hey, I'm going to go ahead and look at it. So with 5 minutes left in the auction, I see this Peyton Manning 2014 Select Gold pop up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I should bid on this because I have the 2013 Gold PSA 10. This is the 2014 Gold PSA 10.
Right.
Yeah, you do.
So I decided to go ahead and win it.
All right.
So it should be on its way.
Yep.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was. You sent that text. You sent the screenshot, and Ricky's like, "Did you win it?"
Sorry,
Well,
I'm trying
he's
to
fumbling with the board here.
the board here. So cover me.
But Tim, I definitely appreciated it. So what I did in this scenario, I'm trying to sell off cards and like really make me think about when I buy a card that it needs to be purposeful. So I'm not just racking up card debt.
Right.
So I did ship off a handful of cards to be able to sell that. One of which is my Russell Wilson 2012 Prism Silver.
What timing?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully. So I just shipped it off for consignment. So hopefully he gets signed in the next week or two by like the Steelers or somewhere big.
I'm just happy
will
it's
be
not
hyped up.
I'm just happy it's not in your house anymore.
He's
the worst.
He seems like a cancer. Man.
He is. He's a human cancer.
He'll kiss babies, but he seems like a cancer.
85 million dead cap space. I mean, good grief.
I shouldn't say he's a cancer. He does a lot of good for the community.
He does.
You know, someone's typing up their shit right now.
Send it
You idiot. He's not a cancer. He does great. Yes, he does great. We are a sports card entertainment podcast, you idiot. Quit writing right now.
Direct into your hate mail to Ricky. He is AIDS. I'm sorry. I've never liked the guy. I just never have liked him. I've never thought he's good. I wanted to ask you, what pisses you off more? And I don't mean to agitate you, but what does upset
you do.
I legitimately was wondering this. Does it upset you more that you gave him all that money, your franchise gave him all that money, or does it upset you more that you gave away the picks and the players?
The money.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would have
money.
thought the other.
Because at the time, it had been so long since the Broncos had a good franchise quarterback.
Right.
And we were just dying to have someone. And we missed out on Rodgers.
Yeah.
And at that point, we didn't want to go draft another guy because we drafted plenty of guys and they don't pan out. And so Russ, unless you watch him every week, I mean, he's a, two-time Super Bowl winner? Is that right? Two-time? At least one-time Super Bowl winner.
One time.
I shouldn't have brought
He
this
threw
up
an
with
interception
no.
at the 1 yard line, remember?
That's right.
Yeah, one time.
Well, he beat the Broncos, and maybe that was it. So anyway, the guy's won a Super Bowl, and there just aren't many of those quarterbacks that are out there that you can go get. So at the time, sure, give it up, man, and go get him. But when you truly watch him play, for the people who read the stats and say he had a great year this year, okay, great, but you're an idiot. If you truly watch the man play,
it's horrendous.
he is not good. He audibles
painful.
Like out of plays, and he runs it up the gut every damn time. He's just not good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well said.
You lost a lot of money.
Those are
on
good
his...
words. How do you like that?
Timmy.
Yeah.
Hey, pass me that dessert.
What the?
Yeah.
I told you from the start it was a shareable, and you ate the entire one.
Look at this thing. Like, how do you share that? I mean, you want
Chad.
whatever.
It's Chad's turn
Go
to eat.
Take it. Take the other one.
I've waited 2 years for this moment.
Get it out of my face.
Put your shirt back on, Tim.
You didn't even dive to this other bar, though.
No, I saved it for you, being the considerate friend that I am.
You're such a good guy, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now,
What's going on with you, Timmy?
okay, stop me when you've heard one of these, okay?
Okay.
So, Shiba Inu, Hopper, Pangolin.
Nope.
No. Yep. Doge.
I heard the. I've known the first one.
Bonk.
They're not bitcoins. They're whatever those things
Altcoins,
are. The fake currency.
They're pornography star names.
No, what's the fake currency called?
Bitcoin.
It's not Bitcoin. It's like a Bitcoin. What's it called?
Cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
it's
crypto.
like an altcoin. So crypto's back, baby.
What?
That's my plan for 2024. Everything went out the window in 2023.
Prove it. Buy my. What are the things that we bought? The ducks or the pandas? Buy my pandas right now. Prove it.
You want to know where Chef is?
Buy my pandas right now for me. You told me to buy them.
They're worth like $30 a piece right now, but you know where Chef is. Here we go, baby. Prepare to be underwhelmed. He shoots me a little message on Discord, and
yeah, he wants you to buy in for another 10 grand.
No, I'm like, everything okay, Ben? He's like, yeah, I'm in Colombia for some problems in real life, IRL. Yeah.
I just moved from Ukraine to Gaza to Colombia.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say you can put a fork in it, just like the desserts you're eating. So, I'm sorry.
You know, at least you finally admitted it.
On the record.
You finally admitted it.
Just don't get angry at me when I'm like, in 2026, it's worth something. So.
He couldn't even hold it for 5 seconds. He couldn't even do it. He could not do it.
No, he's back in the game, baby.
Come on.
Oh, man. Well,
which one is it?
I don't know.
Is it the fork?
To be,
Or is it 2026?
To be determined. Crypto goes in cycles. Right now, this is like a current cycle. There's going to be another crash before.
So it's
Where
gonna
on your body is the most recent chef tattoo?
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know?
So Tim just told you it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Am I going to have to owe this guy money?
No,
Again?
No.
$30. Get out of here.
PTTF LLC will be dabbling in some rice flour from Colombia. Making desserts in the kitchen in Timmy's test kitchen. Yeah.
I don't know what that's code for, but I need my name off of that.
Yeah. The hate mail can come to me. Please send the DEA to Tim.
Narcos season 4. Salt Lake City edition.
Wow.
No, but I did buy a baseball card. So keeping with this week's theme, surprising, I mean, I thought for a while there I wasn't a true collector. And, the joke is that I managed to sell cards before they even make it to my mailbox.
Okay.
Hung on to this
That's
one.
true.
Apparently, I am a sucker for Skybox EX Century cards.
Oh, you did it.
I did it.
Ah, yeah.
So 1999 EX Century Frank Thomas.
Ooh, look at that, man.
Yeah, not quite officially a gold card, but it's a gold card.
For back in those days, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're showing us a photo of the card.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
Where's the actual card? There too.
Sitting in my Zion case at home.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very proud.
Yeah.
Very
In
well
my-
done.
absolutely.
My full slot of Frank Thomas cards, that's actually starting to spill over into a second slot. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now I saw you were eyeballing a nice little 101, Frank.
Yeah. I don't know that that's going to happen. So,
No,
but I do need one. The search is on.
it is beautiful. It might match
It
well
is.
with that other gold card you
That's
got
true.
there.
Yeah.
Need a row of gold cards. Yeah. There we go.
Well, that's awesome, Timmy. Anything else going on?
No.
No?
2026.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you guys showed up and have each purchased some cards recently. I have a problem.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my wife would agree. I have 4 $100 eBay gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
This is the max I can use in a transaction. Okay. I've been sitting on these cards for 3 months. I can't find a card to buy, and I need help. So here's my question for you. How do you, and I'm going to go to each of you. We'll start with Tim and go to Chad and then back and forth. Timmy, how do you guys search for your PC cards on eBay? For example, do you search by product, year, 101, SSP, or do your save searches turn into further developed searches?
My currently saved searches, if I have a specific card that I want, I'll say Frank Thomas, year 2000, minus all the terms I don't want to, see in the search results.
So
which
will you
can do.
research that card that you're looking for before going for it on eBay?
Yes. Yeah. By looking at other eBay results. And sometimes as a result of those searches, you stumble across cards that you're like, oh, that looks cool. Okay. I'll start looking for that one. Or my other favorite save search is just the player PSA 9. And it pops up all the cards, and then you get kind of inspiration for what other cards might be out there.
I like that.
Yeah. And then it just keeps your mind open, and you just scroll and scroll and scroll because that's how like social media feeds work now, right? You just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And then at some point you're like, oh, that catches my eye.
Do you follow a lot of other card accounts on your social media?
Enough. Yeah.
I know about you. You're in all those secret rooms we've been trying to get in. I realized the second I asked the question, I was asking a dumb question.
No, but that's another good way to do it. Like I found that rare 90s insert group recently, and that's been kind of cool to see because they're rare and they're generally cards I haven't seen before.
Can Chad and I get into that one?
Yes.
Yes.
You just have to answer some questions, and it's not a Raz group. It's a legit.
That's how Panda started.
Yep.
No, you just have to answer some questions. You have to say the secret passcode.
Question 1. What is your social security number?
You got to twirl your genitalia in counterclockwise circle on camera. You had to do that too, right, Ricky?
Give away all my.
You told me that was normal.
I had to stick two fingers.
These grooves.
Okay, Goldfinger.
These grooves.
How do you search for your PC cards, Chadwick?
It The answer is before I begin searching, I need to know exactly what I want. I get myself into trouble if I just search for a player.
Okay.
Now, I will say that if I have funds, like in your case that you're looking to burn,
right,
and you don't have an exact card in mind, super broad. Type in John Elway and see what happens. And when you get overwhelmed by it, or if you see something that you like, then you can add an additional search to refine it. So I've started this way with Peyton Manning a little bit.
Okay.
Started with Peyton Manning, quickly realized I wanted nothing to do with the Colts years. And then I thought about it. I'm like, gosh, I would just like Peyton Manning's playing years with the Broncos.
Yeah.
So I refined it and I add save searches from there. Now, the problem with your question is that the eBay searches are garbage.
Horrendous.
I even mentioned this in our Instagram chat room that I can put something in and it is such a small percentage of the time that I actually get back, even when it tells me that there's a match, that I get back something that truly seems like a match. But that...
Oh, I agree.
That's how I go about the process of doing it. I try to be very specific now that I'm trying to keep my collection small.
Yeah.
So I have very few save searches over very specific cards.
Have you noticed the eBay search function has gotten worse lately?
Yeah, it's awful.
It's really bad. A lot of my safe searches I had to like recreate just to be able to use them anymore. They like purposely redid it.
Because when I have, basically I have these save searches and like I'll add one over time and then it just stays there forever.
Yeah.
And I've been searching, I've been collecting, Chad got me into this when you started your, was it 2012 Prism football stuff? I started to build Lions players of silver football. And then mainly Stafford, Barry Sanders, and Calvin Johnson. And then as it's gone on, I've started with Stafford, and since 2012, I've been trying to collect a PSA 9 or 10 every year, silver, right? So I've gotten to like 2015. I've gotten the first few years. And so I've run a search for 2016, 17, and 18, and it just says Matthew Stafford PSA. Half the time when it tells me there's like 8 new cards, it's not even of Matthew Stafford.
Okay, so this illustrates that point exactly. So you think the Frank Thomas no name on front and NOF would be an easy enough, very specific search that it would only pop up that card?
Right.
I had to add the clarifiers minus reprint, minus 1992, minus blacklist, minus pack, minus packs, minus box, minus case, minus Walker, minus John fucking Kruk, minus Biggio, minus project, minus mom, who knows why, minus style, minus painting, minus score to only get Frank Thomas and NOF cards.
So does that work?
It works.
Okay, so that would suggest to me, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
That would suggest to me that it's not eBay's algorithm that is the problem. It's people tagging things they shouldn't be tagging.
Well, it's both, because they want to have you see things that are not just part of your search so that you buy more, but also because people put in junk fillers, right, to get other people's attention.
But that sounds like a video game code.
It's terrible.
How did you get minus mom?
I would like
because like some person's custom mom card of Frank Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you would see a result that didn't fit and take out a key phrase.
I just immediately add it to my save search queue. So.
When you say minus, so it is literally just the negative sign.
Yeah, dash sign with no space in front of the word you want to eliminate.
Are you in his app?
No, should I get in there?
Yeah. I want to see what else is. I want to see if you got a save search for mom in there.
Sorry, Randy.
So can you run that search without quotation marks and you just literally one after the other? Okay.
Yeah, and then you save it. So.
I think that will be helpful for some listeners because I had no idea.
It'll be helpful for me.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I'm embarrassed that I don't know that. But.
No, but I mean, yeah, it's a pretty cool feature that way. But that's the only way I could parse down to like a really specific search, and it's pathetic. You have to do that. So.
The amount of time it must have taken you to build that code.
Well, it's been like 2 years, So now it's purely just when I get the notification, it's actually a legit notification.
I see Tim up at like 4 a.m, like just like a simple light and all dark, and he's just doing the 2-finger type. His fingers are all bloody and cracked from all the typing he's had to do.
With Cheetos, dust, yeah.
Sweat rolling off his I finally am there.
No, the sweat's from playing blackjack for 3 minutes.
Yeah! I didn't want to say it, but damn it, I was about to.
Dude, that was going to be your intro. Is Tim looked at video game online blackjack, and online blackjack blinked. How's that going for you, man?
Oh no, I stopped playing. So, yep.
Yeah.
I was kind of living and dying with those.
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted, but yeah, the whole theory of like, is this fair or random or not, started creeping in too much.
Well, you figured out a way to bilk the system.
Yeah.
This is my favorite. Can I tell the story?
Yeah, that's fine.
So Tim was playing on this website that you could win a maximum of $500 or lose a maximum of $500. Once you hit either benchmark, you're locked out for the day.
Yep.
So what Tim has realized is if he gets up to about, 480?
Yeah, 480, 450, because 50 was kind of the standard thing. Yeah.
And then you make a really big bet, you can get over 500 a little bit.
Well, right, yeah. So say you get dealt 2 aces, you split them, and then, you double down after, whatever card you get, and then you somehow get like a $450, payout when you actually hit it. So,
Can you further elaborate on 50 as the standard thing?
Yeah, wait a minute.
That was the standard unit, so to speak.
For who?
For me during these
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, no, on these toilet sessions.
The toilet sessions.
What time of day does this occur?
Well, it just depends, but around 6:30 when you're like hopping off your treadmill. So.
Bright and early. It's time to get them.
So we need like a montage with some action shots and like you walking out of like your exercise room all sweaty and like wiping off and like getting on with your day. Yeah. Tim coming out of the bathroom, like wiping his brow.
We need PTTF live cams.
All kidding aside, that would probably draw more views to our YouTube channel.
And then it would be me, and it'd just be me asleep.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh, man. Oh.
How many times do you throw your phone against the wall? Like,
yeah. No.
You hit a 20 against a 6, and they still find a way to beat you.
When you're splitting nines, it's a bad sign, baby.
Splitting nines? What the hell?
It gives you the option. You're like, oh, that seems like such a good idea. And then you remember it's rigged and you're like, oh, screw this.
Tim's walking out and I can see this either way, just elated or pissed off beyond belief. A thing of toilet paper on his heel. He's got the red ring around his ass because he's been on the toilet seat too long. Marching his ass to the bedroom.
Man, like
up 500 though.
Up 500.
Actually,
can't lose your dignity in your own home.
It's been a good day.
Yeah.
Dude, wouldn't even have to leave the house if that was a consistent thing.
That's perfect. That is perfect.
The other quotable from Tim's experiment, if I can share, is we were saying, hey, why don't you make lower bets and enjoy the experience? He says, no, I'd rather get it over with in 3 minutes and know whether I win or lost.
That's a brutal way to look at it, man.
No, I'm a result-oriented guy.
It is a brutal way, but I don't disagree.
Thank you, Ricky. Thank you.
Not lying.
I don't know that you want me on your side with stuff like that, but
I'll take it.
I agree.
Somebody out there understands me too.
I got you, Tivy. Oh man. Well, anything else, guys?
I don't think so. How's that dessert?
A little dry.
It was a little dry.
Yeah.
Let's get one more.
Did you like the black and white though? It had coconut in the middle. That was nice.
Yeah, that's not bad. It tastes like a macaroon.
What do you guys want for next week? I want to do this every week. Like every Wednesday, my clinic days are long days, so they're like 12-hour days. So every Wednesday, which is the last day of the week I work, I always buy my MA lunch. So then we look forward to it.
That's a nice thing.
But seriously, I'll get a sweets every Thursday night.
Yeah, this is like a little dessert club now.
No, it's amazing. No, I'm. There's no funny line here. I'm not going to shit all over Tim. Yeah, that's incredibly kind. I'm trying to think of what treat I want next week.
Maybe it's a good listener response thing, right?
Yeah, get at us. And if people listening will get at us at Back to the Future Podcast on Instagram, let me know what you think. If you guys have cards, you guys have listened to the show long enough, you know who I like. If you have a card you think I should get, send it over. If you have a search method, send it to me. I need all the help I can get. If I can't figure this out by next week, we might be putting this in the listeners' hands to choose my card.
I like that.
I do not.
No, all fairness though. I mean, our listeners send us cars that we might be interested in that are better than the cars we think of buying ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
There could be something fun that we do with this with WrestleMania coming up.
We could. Yeah. No, I'm open to it. And so give us your ideas. If you think I should hand these cards over to the will of the people to purchase me a card.
there's some French MMA fighters that are catching fire right now. All kidding aside, for UFC 299 coming this weekend.
Hold on, what?
No, just whatever. Cut to the end. Yeah.
Why? Is there a different French MMA league?
Yeah, it's gotten really popular. Apparently at these matches, the French crowd will just be chanting and singing the national anthem. I mean, it's almost like a soccer crowd atmosphere. It's a thing. Just watch out. You heard it here first.
First the pandas,
right,
now
man.
French MMA.
I was just
not getting
researching
my money.
betting this weekend, but
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I like to hear. All right. Well, that wraps up another fantastic show of the Pack to the Future podcast. This is going to be a fun season, guys. I can feel it. For Chad and Tim, I'm Ricky, the first off the line PPA, wishing all of you a one of one night.